Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Junior Gold Championships taking place in Indianapolis, Indiana. We're back here live on Bowl TV. The U12, the U15, and the U18 divisions are hitting the lanes for their first round of qualifying, their first 4 games across 4 different centers, 4 challenging lane conditions as well. We had one squad earlier today at 7 a.m., and we're coming to you live here. Currently for me, Expo Bowl, I'm Aaron Smith. Thanks again for joining us. We'll bring in Jason Thomas as well as we get things underway here. There's JT.
Hello, Aaron. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. We've already had one block in the books. We're moving pretty quickly. We'll be bringing in Mike Flanagan from Strike Force in just a moment as well. But let's go to the lanes. We're actually at his center. We're at Strike Force. I believe the U18 girls division is hanging out over there. So let's get things started and head out to the lanes.
Wow, they got that squad off quickly. We're still practicing over here at Western. That must be Tennille Milligan's center. Tennille Milligan, Director of Operations for the PWBA Tour, likes to be very punctual with the timing of things. So U18 girls division underway. As Aaron mentioned, we did have a block that bowled this morning, and their 4 games are in the books. We do have 16 different lane cams that will be showing you from 4 different bowling centers. So it's quite a bit of coverage. Last time we were at Junior Gold, we had 32 lanes of coverage. This time around, we've doubled that to 64 lanes of coverage. So good percentage of the field being shown each game here on Bowl TV. If anybody has any questions for us in the Bowl TV chat, just let us know. Try to run down the information for you. A lot going on, obviously. At any given time today, we'll have 700 or more players competing.
All right, good folks, as we settle into game number 1 here, first opportunity for these competitors to hit the lanes here. They've had their practice session. They got to go through the trade show and athlete registration back on Saturday. But now it's time to bring in the man on the scene over at Strike Force. Let's welcome in Inside Bowling's Mike Flanagan. Mike, hello.
Hello, guys. Yeah, things are going well over here. You know, this morning we had Tommy Jones in the building over here for the U15 boys. Pretty good scoring over here, 32-lane bowling center. We're using all of the lanes except for lanes 1 and 2 right now here. Up on your screen, just to take you through who we have for you here on our featured channel. Cadence Bottrell, Ann Ecker, Ariana Wilson, Victoria Verano, and Bellarine Walkowski over here on the left side of your screen. On the right side of your screen, we got Brianna Rogers, Victoria Kokenauer, Alexandra Sandus, Erica Bone, and Alexis Chuba. So that's who we have for us here this morning as we get started over here. Glad to be taking a look at the center I'm here at Strike Force. We've got 16 lanes for you here as well. So with only 30 lanes in competition. We have over half of the lanes covered for you. And with the skip procedures the way that it is, you'll have an opportunity to take a look at every single athlete that comes through here at Strikeforce. So we're really happy to be doing that. We've got some other celebrities here in the building, just to let you guys know. Alyssa Ballard is bowling on this squad. She is on Strikeforce number 3 if you want to watch her bowl. And over on Strikeforce number 4 channel, we have a Dexter All-American. Katie Hetty is here bowling as well. So a lot of talent here in the building. Those are just a few names, but I'm looking around, and these athletes, I'm really impressed. We've got someone on 19 and 20 here. Her name is Jael Hammond, and she throws the ball so good. And you can watch her on Strikeforce number 3 along with Alyssa Ballard. So got a lot for you here. I've been walking around. Bowling center is nice and packed, but everybody's kind of staying where they need to be, and it's not too crazy in here. It's kind of perfect. And I have PWBA tournament director and pretty much the guru of the PWBA here working with me, Tennille Milligan. We also got Rick Barbera in the building here. And Tennille wanted me to tell all the viewers that if you come over here, this is the center of awesomeness over here. That's what she wanted me to tell you guys.
The center of awesomeness. I like that.
Yeah, everything is awesome. Especially when you're part of a team. Everything is awesome. We're living a dream over here.
All right, Mike, thanks for the breakdown and the intros. We'll go back to full screen here, folks. So you can take in the action here from Strikeforce lanes.
Got a great group of volunteers over here as well. I'm sure you guys have them at your center too, but I'm gonna brag. I'm gonna brag about the center I'm in, just because I'm part of this team over here. We also got Zach Wyman, who's really broken out on a PBA tour. He works at Savage Bowling Supply here at the bowling center, so I've been able to talk with him a little bit. He's loving this event. Danielle McEwen is here in the building, watching Victoria Verano, her sister bowl, of course, who we have up on your featured stream. They were doing a TikTok before the squad together. Got 4 games for you here. Got squads all day. We opened up this morning at 7 a.m. For those of you that were able to tune in, we had the 16 channels, as JT alluded to. We've got our 11:30 squad here. Come back at you at 4 o'clock today. And then for those of you that are looking for a little nightcap, you can join us at 8:30 Eastern for our final squad of the day. And it'll be Groundhog Day for the next 4 days for us and for you. 16 games a day. We'll be streaming across 16 streams. I haven't done the math. 16 times 16. Should be able to just do that without a calculator, but it's been a while since I've been in middle school, so we're just going to use the calculator. 256 games for you today.
Yeah, that's a lot of games, Michael.
Yeah, if you add up all of the hours that we're going to be archiving at the end of the day, it'll be about 150 hours. So if you were to try to watch all of the streams that we've had going today, it would take you into next week.
Yeah, times 4 over the next few days.
Yeah, and if you wanted to watch the whole tournament, every ball that we're going to be streaming, it would probably take you till next year's Junior Gold to do that.
Yeah, probably would. But then you'd miss out on all the other action on Bowl TV between now and then you'd really be behind. And you'd get into this vicious circle of just having to constantly be watching stuff. Eventually, you'd be watching you'd still be watching 2021 stuff in 2024.
Yeah, there's so much content you literally cannot. There's not enough time to watch all of it.
No,
Literally. I mean, it's funny, but we're kind of joking, but it's kind of true. Yeah, like for a PWBA event, for example, we do 5 channels typically, and there's typically about 30 hours of coverage for a PWBA event. So that means we do 150 hours of content for a single PWBA event. And that is about a week of time to watch. So basically it would take you a full week if you watched 24 hours a day to watch an entire PWBA event. You'd have to be a vampire to watch all of the Bull TV content that we do. You'd have to have eternal life, basically.
And hey, everybody in the chat, we see you. Welcome into Bull TV. If you have any questions for us, as JT mentioned earlier, we'll be more than happy to try to answer them for you. And I'll just say one thing to those of you in the chat. We're setting a record here on the amount of streams we've ever done. We're trying to cover as much as we possibly can. And, you know, one day down the road, hopefully, we were talking about this the other day, that there will be internet that is just available to everyone all the time. And maybe able to cover more lanes. But we're really proud of the amount of lanes we've been able to put out here this year. So hopefully when when the person you want to watch comes through, you'll be able to tune in at that time. Make sure that if you got somebody on the ground bowling in the center and you're communicating with them ahead of time, figure out when they're going to be in front of the cameras. Our cameras are pretty easy to notice also. You see them right behind the lane, and you'll be able to tune in and watch your favorite athlete out here on the lanes. And of course, once we get down to the match plays, the advancers rounds, all that kind of stuff, as the field gets cut down, if your person you're cheering for is doing well during the event, you'll be able to tune in and watch the finals of the event and the semifinals of the event and all the different rounds that I can't keep straight at this point because we've been streaming so much. But we see you in the chat. We hear you. And we just appreciate you tuning in and supporting Bull TV. We really do.
There you go.
With just 5 on a pair, this squad should take about 2 hours. About 23 minutes in here, and just coming towards the end of game number 1 of 4. Here on the main channel, we'll be taking you around to the different bowling centers. Again, we have 4 of us in 4 different locations. Starting out game number 1 here at Strike Force. We talked about this on the broadcast last Saturday in our U20 divisions. But this is quite a test for these young athletes out here at Junior Gold. 4 separate days of qualifying, 4 games per day, 4 different lane patterns. Those 16 games will then make up a cut. And each division is a little bit different with the cut number. But we'll make that cut, and then they'll see another pattern in the advancers round, and then another pattern. And by the time if they make the top 3 stepladder in the finals, compete to become the champion, the prestigious championship trophy and title, so you're looking at about 40 games. 40 total games to get there. And it all starts here on day 1.
It's a lot of games.
Yeah, it's a true test.
Yeah, one of the interesting things, we've been here for a week already. We covered the U20 championship last week, and that was really outstanding. But one of the things that's different about the format from that event to these divisions this week are that they bowled those games in a compressed timeline. They bowled 8 games of qualifying both of the first 2 days, whereas these bowlers have 4 games each day for 4 days, which I think gives them a little bit more time if they do have a bad block to kind of bounce back from it. When you're not bowling all that well, sometimes you want to stop and kind of reset and come up with a new strategy, maybe change some surfaces on some bowling balls. So that's, one of the advantages, I think, of the format this week is that, if a player has a bad day, they can kind of take some time off and get away from it, or, think through what they want to do for the next day. It just gives you a little bit more time.
Absolutely. JT, if you look off to the right side of your screen, you're going to see a 136. It may already be gone.
I saw that. Yeah.
She hit the 1-3 and didn't get the 6.
I saw that. Yeah. That's rare. We saw Verity Crawley on and Deandra Asbady also in Louisville leave a 6-pin light pocket 6-pin.
Got Dell Ballard back here running shots out for Alyssa, who's going to have the opportunity to open up with 225 to start her day.
It's a great start.
Dell just told me to shush it.
He doesn't want you get near her daughter or his daughter because of the black cloud factor.
Yeah, and she did bowl 225. And she's playing Carolyn's line.
Dell, when we have one of his players with the front 7 or 8 or 9 and we go down with the camera, he always tells us to get away.
Yeah. Anna Maxwell with a nice start here, 244. Coming down to the end of game number 1 here in our U18 girls division. Game number 1 of qualifying. Glad you're with us.
And speaking of the Ballards, Carolyn Dorn Ballard will be calling our stepladder finals with yourself, Mike, at the end of the week. And it will be an interesting situation if Alyssa makes it to the stepladder.
That would be very interesting.
It'll remind me of the days on ABC Sports when Dick Weber had to call the shows where Nelson Burton Jr. made the show, and one time Pete made the show with Nelson, and Dick Weber had to call the show while his son was bowling for the title.
Yeah, it's always a really cool thing. I remember when Michael Waltrip won the Daytona 500 and his brother Daryl was in the booth on the very first Fox broadcast, and Daryl Waltrip crying on the air. We could have a moment like that right here on Bull TV.
That would be pretty special. I mean, imagine Carolyn having to interview Alyssa after she won the junior title. Wow.
If that happens, we'll have to just have a Dell Ballard camera stream it on its own channel during that show. But make sure somebody's working the man camera because he'll be moving around and jumping around quite a bit. So we got a couple scores on the board here. Erica Bone opens up with 138. Alexa Shea finishes with 154.
Looks like you got a couple of big scores here on our featured pair of the first game, Mike.
Yeah, we do.
Potential 240 on 15 and 16, and
Brianna.
Another on 13 and 14, and Victoria bowling a solid game. She's clean. And we did Junior Gold Live, 2 podcasts from the trade show on Saturday, and had a number of top professional players and ball reps and other folks who are experts and have been around the sport for a long time, and asked them for their advice. And if it was a Family Feud question, I would say 95% of people surveyed said make your spares.
That's true.
Survey says make your spares.
Number 1 answer on the board. What would be like the number? There'd probably be 4 more answers.
Right.
One would get 2 votes and 3 would get 1 vote.
Right. I would say have fun would be number 2.
Yeah.
And boy. Is there a third answer?
How about pick the right 5 balls?
That's a good one. That's a good one. That's an important factor this week. You only get to pick 5 balls, and
maybe get some sleep.
That's a really good one. I like that one. Obviously,
sleep.
it doesn't apply to us, but
no.
But I do like that advice.
So that's it. You want to succeed at Junior Gold? You can sign up for our $9.99 pamphlet. It says make your spares, get some sleep, have some fun, and bring the right 5 balls. That's about
it. That's about it. Yep.
I kind of get beat up in the chat when I talk about this, but I can't help but do it again here. I love all the jerseys and the accessories, the apparel, we got leggings. We've got all kinds of cool outfits. I love all the different personalities.
Yeah. I'm not going to carry the conversation on any further because people tend not to like it when we talk about that. But I agree.
I mean, some of these young athletes, they've got the city they're from on their shirts. Some of them have just like a color scheme that brings them good luck.
I will say, I know we ran into Ken Keegan the other day at the trade show, and I Am Bowling, powered by Logo Infusion, is the official jersey supplier of Junior Gold. And man, they do a lot of work to get these jerseys ready for these kids. And like you said, Mike, they're very cool. I mean, when I was growing up, I know those words tend to get a lot of people to hit the mute button on their video, but when I was growing up, we did not have jerseys like this. You had the embroidered jerseys, and you just it was a mishmash of. But everybody here, they all look like they're part of a professional sporting event.
Yep,
and that's what's cool about it.
Yeah, so it looks like Cadence Bottrell finishes with 191. Got 193 for Ann Ecker. Victoria Verano finished with 181. It's 157 for Bellarine Wakaki. And got one more player finishing up here on 13 and 14, and that's Ariana Wilson. She can still be in the 160s. Finishing up on 15 and 16. Brianna Rogers here can still bowl 2. Looks like 226. Be a nice start. Victoria Kokenauer can still bowl 228. And Electra Sardis can still bowl 168. So it's kind of your scoring pace for game number 1 here from Strike Force. Got an opportunity to take you to several different centers here today. So we'll see where we want to land next. I know, JT, you've got a couple of celebrities over at your location also.
We do on Channel 4 right now. We've got Nicholas Hayes, who's got a possible 279 here in game number 1. So he might be someone we would want to watch.
Also have another celebrity in the building, Chris Sand. He's here as well from Turbo. And JT, you know that Chris Sand is the answer to a trivia question, a famous trivia question, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
He's within earshot of me right now, shaking his head a little bit about that one.
Would that be the Parker Bone 300 game?
It would be.
Yeah.
Exactly right. Parker Bone bowled 300 at Chris Sand. Chris is still getting royalties from YouTube for that show.
Well, you know what's funny? I have a funny story about that, Mike. When I worked for the PBA, we made a membership recruiting brochure, and the photo that we used was a shot from that 300 game where Parker Bone had his back to the camera and had his arms up in the air, and a bunch of people in the crowd, cheering. And at the time, they didn't require the bowlers to wear names on the back of the shirt, so it looked like, and this is what we wanted. We wanted the person to see the brochure and put themselves in the place of Parker Bone, right?
Okay.
So we could do that. So we put the brochure out, and we actually got an email from somebody who was in the crowd who threatened to sue us because we didn't get his permission to use his photo in the membership brochure, which I thought was quite funny. You don't have to get somebody's permission if they're in the crowd, by the way.
No, you don't.
But I just thought it was funny that he would possibly think that people would be joining the PBA because of his face in a crowd. Anyway, but yeah, that we got a lot of mileage out of that Parker Bone 300 game.
Yeah, and Chris Sand remembers it every single day.
Yeah.
Hey, folks, we hope you've enjoyed, those of you that are watching on YouTube and Facebook, we hope you've enjoyed this game number 1 here from the Junior Gold Championships here in Indianapolis. JT, myself, Aaron Smith, Curtis Von Kruger will be here the rest of the week. We'll also pop back on at the beginning of blocks throughout the week. You'll see us from time to time on our free previews on YouTube and Facebook. But, of course, we would love to have you join us for all the games all week long and all the bowling here on Bowl TV all throughout the year. Head over to bowltv.com, pick up a pass for the week, a monthly subscription, or even a yearly subscription. We have a lot of affordable options for you over there. Remember, here at Bowl TV, bowling lives here. It's goodbye for now to those of you on Facebook and YouTube. We appreciate you spending some time with us. Have a good rest of the day, and we'll see you over on Bowl TV.
JT had mentioned a young competitor going for 279. He just delivered the first strike in the 10th. We're now over at Western Bowl. He's up on lanes 45 and 46 in the white jersey. Stepping up now, Nicholas Hayes. He's gotten one in the 10th. Will not get the second, though, but he's going to be in the 260s.
It's just a great way to start. I mean, we saw the U20 division. It basically took even to make the cut. You know, when you're starting the day of the tournament with almost 70 pins to the right side of plus, that's going to loosen up your swing for the rest of the week.
.268 the number for Nicholas out of the gates. Kyle Prenger on his pair at 213 as well. So we see some numbers up there. Tom Burns getting ready to step up on 44. Get to 211. But JT, that's a great point, thinking about the scoring pace and kind of thinking long game here this week at Junior Gold. And, you know, looking at the U20 division, even just looking at that very first cut, I know for a lot of players, you know, that's kind of that first stepping stone, making that first cut at Junior Gold after the 4 qualifying rounds, 4 different oil patterns. But, you know, looking at the scoring pace from last week, it took I believe in the U20 boys division, it took a 173 average to make the first cut.
Yeah, and the cut I was referring to was the top 16. So that, I mean, that's basically to get into the match play.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
At the end.
So
you know, that was the U20 division.
So you got to imagine a game like 268 out of the gates, not only going to make Nicholas feel pretty comfortable, but you know, already in a great position to start, you know, thinking about just, okay, nothing too crazy. Got my big game. Just got to keep doing what I'm doing here, and put himself in a nice position early to make an extended run here.
Hey guys, I got 149 athletes over here participating this morning, and we talked about, you know, I don't want to brag too much on my center over here being the center of awesomeness here at Strike Force 2. But if you've watched the PWBA Tour earlier in the season, we talked about a thing called Score Dash, which is when you order the scores and a driver delivers it to the booth. And I had a Score Dash delivery driver by the name of Rick Barbera, with the assist of Tennille Milligan, who cooked these up for me and delivered me scores after game number 1 here at the U18 girls side of things. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you a little update on the scores after game number 1. How about that, guys?
That's awesome.
Anna Maxwell, who I reported earlier, who was on a streamed pair, bowled 244. She leads over here for this squad. Juliana Kerrigan bowled 232. She's in second. Brianna Rogers is in third with a 225 game. And that's also what Alyssa Ballard bowled. In fifth, Olivia Jujatis, 221. Natalie Reba, 219. Omana Morales, 217. Victoria Hines, 204. Sandra Horner, 202. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players plus on this squad of 149 bowlers. So we also had another 12 or so bowl games over 190. And I would say the overall scoring pace is around a 180 average over here. So I'm going to be getting score updates after every single game, they have assured me. So that's really quick turnaround. Kudos to the team over here at the Center of Awesomeness. I don't know how I got so lucky, guys. I really don't.
Clean living.
Oh, thank you.
Aaron Kidd with a little mishap there. Lost his footing. Looks like he's okay.
Going to stay at Western here, but just move over a couple pairs.
I got to say, I've got the best seat in the house, I think. I get to sit here and watch Junior Gold from the U18 girls division right here. And then I get to sit here with you guys and take a peek in over at JT Center. This is great.
Well, we're glad we could arrange that for you, Mike.
Yeah, thank you. Wow. You know what? Cancel the invoice. I'm doing this for free.
Live on air. He said that, folks.
By the way, there's a disclaimer. What Mike Flanagan says on the air is not necessarily what's representative of InsideBowling.com LLC. Any of his thoughts or words cannot be held against the company. Viewer discretion is advised. So who do we have here? What do we got going on over there, JT?
Well,
I see Dylan.
we got a lot. We've got Nicholas Muselik, Dylan Zinski, Raphael Woods, who's absent, Brandon Bone, who we saw in an epic game of the Gauntlet on Saturday against his brother Justin, pulled out a very surprising victory in some extended overtime play.
Yeah, AJ Johnson got the assist there.
Yeah. Harrison Martin, Andrew Lyons, and that's your grouping on 39 and 40. And then on 41 and 42, we have Jackson Knight, Harry Kukuro, Jonathan Balco, Terrence Engel, and Brandon Eber. A lot of talented young bowlers I've seen so far here in the morning squad. I haven't really been able to get a good grasp of what the pattern is that they're bowling on. It certainly feels like there's some friction out. It doesn't seem like the pattern's too short. I see players playing in the middle part of the lane, and the ball's not overhooking from there, but it also looks like urethane is a good option. I mean, I'll tell you, Mike, after watching the U20 last week and some of the trickiness of some of the patterns, I might check in a few reactive balls, but I think your chances of winning this tournament are pretty good if you throw urethane the whole week.
Yeah, I think urethane's good. Lower rev rate players as well, from what I'm seeing over here in my neck of the woods, so to speak. I'm seeing balls with a whole lot of surface, a big ASIM ball going right up the lane, like going up 4, 5, 6-ish, also having success. Just a real tumbly, rolly ball. But obviously, those are the young athletes that lack rev rate. That's working for them. Obviously, two-handers and whatnot wouldn't be using that, but I'm seeing a lot of big ASIM, about 400 grit surface, right up the back of it, up the outside of the lane, having success here in my building.
Yeah, and it certainly seems like on the right and the left side that you can play out, and there's a little bit of friction on the gutter. We've got Brandon Bone throwing urethane from out on 39 and 40, and he's got spare open double, and it looked like he was just trying to. He came off a pair where they were playing a little different and had a little over under. On this pair, he went washout, bucket, 4, 6, 7, and then made a little adjustment and has thrown a double. But you're going to get to see him up on the left lane on 39 and 40 here in a second. Get a good look at where he's playing. Former U12 champion in this event. Close. Creeps a little high. Leaves a 6-spin. Mike and Aaron checking out some of the other scores on their side in their neck of the woods.
Aaron Smith just gave us a link in the chat, which is the entire junior gold schedule. It's 16 pages. 16 pages. And it takes you through when all the squads are bowling and who's bowling when.
This guy's he's got a marathon couple days going here. Marathon couple days. They're just trying to keep him loose. Don't want to fall asleep on the job every Monday morning.
I know it makes for a long week.
Are you eavesdropping on what I'm eavesdropping on?
Well, I was getting a massage from Parker Bone III. So then a fellow spectator got jealous and was saying, hey, if you're giving out massages, I could use one.
What's that? Yeah.
By the way, that's the third massage I've gotten today.
Anna Maxwell over here, who's leading the U18 girls in this block here at Strike Force, opened up with 244 and just followed it up with 256.
Wow, this pattern is very tricky. Looks like Brandon's got a little bit of over-under, which, you know, it's not common to see with urethane. That's one of the reasons why you throw it, is to blend out over-under. But he gets it going left a little quick, and if the ball jumps like that and gets up the lane a little bit, it leaves a bucket.
JT, are we watching Western B or Western A at this time?
Both. How about that?
Which squad is Brandon Bone on? Is he on the Western B or Western A?
Yeah, A is 1 through 40, and B is 41 through 80. So we're actually watching two different squads right now. Mind blown.
So Brandon's on A.
Correct.
We had a question here. What squad number are we watching? So squad 11 is on the left side of your screen, and squad 12 is on the right side of your screen.
Get a look here at Terrence Angle. He lefty, going it real slow, but he's just hammering on it.
Yeah, I carried the knife and I went the first shot.
Well, Brandon slips one off in the gutter and going back and saying, Dad, what have you got next for me? You've got a danger zone back there for me I could maybe throw? Maybe a combat zone? Because these ones aren't working.
Yeah, I know some folks were asking, and I did some digging around about, how many are they cutting to? Well, we don't have a number right now. And that's because we have to wait until the end of the day to see how many competitors shoe up. It states in the rules that 1 in 7 will advance. So that gives you an idea. It's an unofficial report here. It's 1 in 7. We won't know that number until tomorrow. Hopefully that helps.
All right. Well, we've got a piece of equipment here. It's a reactive piece of equipment. Let's see what this one does. Ooh, that boomeranged off the end of the pattern. So, man, rough start for Brandon. 340 for his first two, and really doesn't look to have much of anything at this point. Harrison Martin has a nice game going. He can shoot 254. Two-hander from the urethane on the right side. That's nice. 10 back.
Taking this one, grab it for my butt leaves it.
All right, folks, as we are in the midst of a game 2 of 4 here for the 11:30 a.m. squad at the 2021 Junior Gold Championships, U12, U15, and U18 divisions currently on the lanes across 6 centers here in Indianapolis. We do have some score updates from the earlier rounds from 7 a.m. that we can take a look at, talk about a little bit. You can find these and more since you're watching here on BoldTV.com. If you are in the chat right now, there's a few different options to check it out at. We do have the middle tab is the results page, so that's actually where we're getting it from. You can also find 2021 results at bowl.com/juniorgold. But as we mentioned in the chat, the U18 girls did not compete during the 7 a.m. squad, so they're hitting the lanes for the first time today. That's over at Strikeforce. We watched that in game 1. But for the U18 boys, through the first squad, Nicholas Manning of Marion, Ohio, who was over here at Expo. I watched him toss a couple games, bowled very well. 887, so plus 87, averaged more than 221 for his 4 games to lead the way. Jackson Wagner from South Carolina second, 874. Zachary Sisk from Michigan, 872. Caden Toms from Texas, 840. Tyler Volk from Ohio, 821. Your top 5, a total of 17 players averaged 200 or better for the U18 squad in round number 1. Moving over to the U15 division. In the boys' standings, Ethan Caruso from Shanahan, Illinois, 886. It's a nice opening effort there for Ethan. Also averaging better than 221 to lead the way so far. Gregorio Bud Sicard from Milwaukee, Oregon, 882, sits in second. Nick Trentler from Maryland, 863. Andrew Scheiser from Arkansas, 862. Landon Jordan, 857. So see a little bit higher scores on the U15 boys side. Just in the top 5 alone. And we're going to see a couple more players on the plus side. 23 players plus so far. Or I should say even or better. For the U15 girls. We'll let that load up in just a second. Well, we will get to the U15 girls in a moment. Let's see. U12 boys. Kai Struthers. Had a very famous 300 a couple of years ago. Still doing his thing, taking care of business. 823 for his first 4. He's the only player in the U12 boys division to average more than 200 in the opening round so far. Brady Pettinger from Grand Rapids, Michigan, 755 in second. Rush Steen from Cedar Falls, Iowa in third, 734. Ezra Benkowski from Hawaii, 728. And Jacob Dunbar, 727. Your top 5 for the U12 boys. Got my U15 girls standings to load, so we'll run those down right now. U15 girls, Haley Swindle out of Georgia, 864 for her first 4 games, averaging 216. Kendall Belaya from Phoenix, 841. Sharice Graham from Grand Prairie, Texas, 824. Sydney Bone from Jackson, New Jersey, 809. And Ashley Imhoff from Arkansas, 808. Your top 5. And 5 players averaging 200 or better so far in the U15 girls division. Finally, the U12 girls just got those to load up. We got everybody checking the scores here. That's what's taking it so long. Savannah Portillo from Michigan, 701 leading the way, U12 girls division after 4 games. Sophia De Lucia, also from Michigan, 650 in second place. Peyton Smith from Wisconsin in third, 620. Bailey Forrest from Jacksonville, Florida, 619. And then Arya Treshy from New York and Allison Stakowicz from Pennsylvania, tied for fifth, 607. So some early scores for you. Top 5 U12 girls as well. Once again, you can find those and more bowl.com/juniorgold. Click on the 2021 results. As with an event of this size and this magnitude, you can see there are plenty of divisions and rounds and everything already set in place. To choose from, so make sure you know which athlete you'd like to follow, what division they're in. You can follow their scores and more. I'm taking a walk around Expo Bowl where I'm at. So far, it seems like there's an opportunity for players when they hit the low end of the house, and I'm still a little confused on the AB portion. I haven't gotten that nailed down just yet here at Expo. But when you're on lanes 1 through 40, so far just kind of observing these two squads, it seems like scoring pace has been a little bit higher on the low end of the two-sided facility. We've had some decent scores. I know the Nicholas Manning, who's leading the way in U15, bowled on this side. And last game we had a front 6 and a front 7. So it looks like you can get some strikes out here for sure, but it looks a little bit tougher over on the high side of the house, 41 through 80. Scoring pace down a little bit over there. So once again, these competitors will hit essentially 4 different venues throughout qualifying on these 4 different patterns. So got to be versatile throughout. And I'm talking to a few players yesterday as we were getting set with the live stream. Everybody had a favorite pattern. Everyone had one where they thought, this might be my tough one here. Guessing which one was the short one, which one was the long one. So once again, no pattern information given out there, but you got to work with what your ball motion is telling you. And as we get toward the end of game number 2 here from Western, we're going to bring Curtis Von Kruger into the broadcast. Curtis has been fighting the good fight over there at All-Star as they fought through some technical issues, but he's up and running and ready to go. There he is. Hey, Curtis.
Guys, how's it going?
It's going. We're happy to see you.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here. You know what? It has been some trial and errors over here, but you know what? These folks behind me right now, they are giving me life. They are having a great time. We are having a great time over here at All Star Lanes. You can hear them cheering and rooting on, and you know it's really the name of the game over here. Lots of just people having fun, enjoying the moment, and that's what you love to see in a competition like this. Is kids coming out. You know, the lanes are hard. I'm not going to lie. They're tough. There's a lot of big red numbers over here, but it's really not about that. It's about coming out, competing, having fun. The families are here to support everybody, and it's been giving me energy and life the entire time. So I'm absolutely loving it.
Well,
I
it
would
does look
say-
like you
I would say let's
have a
go
rowdy
over-
crowd back there. So
They are rowdy. I got to tell them to keep it down a little bit every once in a while.
there we go.
Yeah,
Love it.
I would even say as we're starting game number 3, Curtis, you guys might even be further along than that because those U12s pull very fast.
Oh yeah,
Maybe we can get a look at what's going on the lanes in that center of this game.
oh yeah. They absolutely are. They're speeding through. We got some people going into game 4. We got a lot of people in game 3 right now. It looks like so.
We got to show it before they finish, Aaron.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
let's do that. Well, after this game wraps up, it looks like you're all done with game 2
We
right over
are,
there, JP.
yeah,
So
correct.
all right, we're going to go full screen, and we're going to head over to All-Star Bowl and check out the U12 division for a little bit here. So everybody hang tight.
Yeah, you guys will be bringing up lanes, I believe, 11 and 12, 13 and 14.
11 and 12. Yep, that's where I was going.
And it is the big Josh Weems on that pair. Ooh, nice little trip there for trip 7 there. See Josh Weems pulling on 11 and 12. He's having a really solid day so far. Fired off at 233 earlier in the day. He is a spark plug to say the least, and so it's really nice to see him bowling well. He's working on a double right now, heading into the 10th frame. He can bowl a 198 if he goes the distance, but it's all about grinding. And his dad, I asked his father, I was like, hey, what place is he in right now? And he says, we don't even look until day 3. It's all about the process and execution. The numbers and scores come later. So I like the mentality and like where they're at.
Of course, Josh, I'm sure has a lot of confidence after his win on the gauntlet over U20 champion Cam Crow a couple days ago.
Domination. Absolute start to finish domination.
It's not too often that anybody can say they beat Cameron Crowe at anything. And he was not happy about it. He was not happy about losing.
Oh, you know, it's just something. Some people just have it built into them. You know, it's funny. One of the first episodes I ever did of that show was Deandra Spady and Dasha Kovalova. And it seemed like Deandra was bowling for the Queens all over again because she's just so hyper competitive. And so, Cameron and Josh both bowl the EYT, the Elite Tour, with Deandra. So I think it's starting to kind of rub off on them a little bit, that kind of intensity.
And you know, the funny thing about Cameron is, you know, he won the sportsmanship award at the ITCs, even though he also was the MVP of the tournament. So he's always known as being, you know, the friendliest, nicest guy.
Absolutely.
And my experience with him has been exactly the same as well. Nice shot.
I've been nothing but impressed with that young man, start to finish. Every time I speak with him, every time he presents himself in a public forum or in a private forum, he is a great representative of the sport. And you know, guys, I've been watching the highest level of bowling pretty much since I can remember, and I would be amiss to say that he's going somewhere. It really seems like his trajectory is only up and up, and I think you'll be seeing him on professional broadcast sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and one thing that's special of note for the folks that maybe didn't get to see the event last week, we did have a camera person on our staff follow Cameron around for the entire week. And so we're going to have, after the event, we're going to put together a full-length documentary that will show his experience.
Real quick,
Junior Gold.
Let's keep it on 11 and 12. Mateo, right here, the bowler B. I'm trying to get his last name. Mateo Quintero can shoot 278, folks. 278, front 4, 8 spare. He's got the next 5. Stepping up in the 10th, can throw 2 in the 10th to bowl 278. And you got to watch this kid throw. Like it is absolutely insane. And him and Joss are on the same pair, so they're feeding off each other. Everybody is just absolutely cheering, going nuts. I'm going to get a couple of. I'm going to step away here for just a second.
Yeah,
and
I've got some breaking news as well to give to the folks watching at home. I just got a report. I mentioned the fact that we filmed Cameron Crowe for the week. This week we are actually following Jillian Martin, and my camera person Andrew, who does a fantastic job here at USBC, just told me while Jillian Martin was mic'd up and he's following her, she just bowled 300. So
does that really surprise you?
Jillian Martin just bowled a 300 game, and we will have video of it posted to social shortly while being mic'd up. And I think it's her first 300 game.
I was just going to follow up with that, JT.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if she's bowled one since the last time we saw her. But it seems like every time we see her, she's flirting with 300, and it still would have been her first. But that might have been her first 300 game here at Junior Gold, mic'd up for a documentary that we're shooting.
And here you guys go real quick, coming up on lane 12 here. Coming up on lane 12, you're going to see Mateo here throw this ball. And just look at that speed. And
get out of there.
Just demolishing the pocket. Already gotten a 268 out of this game. Going for the 278. Just needs to put one more in the pocket. He's making it look easy. And just making it look easy, folks.
I think Aaron Smith could take a lesson from this young man on how to get the 4 or 5 out.
I think we can all take a lesson.
Well, that's for sure.
This kid's better than I ever was. Look at this. And shred.
Boom.
What a game, 278 for Mateo Quintero. Throwing the urethane, throwing the fast pitch, just nice game, sir. Throwing that fast pitch, making it look easy.
I got Katrina McCarty working on 279 here. She had the front 5. She's on strike force number 4. If you want to tune in and watch her finish out her game.
Man, these kids are moving through it. They are not messing around. It's fun to see. You know, it's interesting. You really see how much two-handed has really kind of gripped the game, both physically and metaphorically. There are so many two-handed players out here, young kids, and even the young ladies. You know, that I saw a number of them. It won't be too long until we start seeing some two-handed ladies out on the PWBA tour, which will be coming back in late July, early August. We'll get to tune into that on Bull TV. But it's just, they have access to so much information, so much that they can just absorb it and apply it to their game. Ooh, brutal tension there on 13. Just a wiggler. Thought it was going to knock down and no go.
Curtis, how old are these kids?
This is the U12 division, Mike.
Yeah, hold on. I got to answer a phone call. Yeah, hello, Jason Belmonte. Hey, what's up, man? Oh, you're going to retire in about 8 years? Okay. Yeah, I agree with you.
That's probably a good call.
Have a good day, mate.
I'm sure he's watching these U12 competitors on BullTV.com right now.
I'm still just kind of reeling over the news about Jillian Martin shooting 300. I mean, it's just amazing. And again, she was mic'd up for.
I can't wait to get a hold of that.
Yeah, we do have Andrew Salavaria working on that. He's going to interview her after the block, get her thoughts on the 300 game and her performance today. We'll get that up on social for everybody to watch. But man, imagine being mic'd up for your first 300 game.
And just being able to immortalize that. You know, a lot of people get their 300 games, you know, people whip out the old cell phone and take a video of it during league, and you get this, you know, that kind of footage, but get some high quality footage, some nice audio, put it out there in the world.
Yeah.
Many more to come there, Jason.
I mean, what is she going to do to, I mean, for the rest of the week so that we have a good documentary? You know, she's already shot 300 the first day. What's she going to do for an encore?
I would not put it past her to be on that televised show on the 17th here on Bowl TV. That is,
and you know, for anybody who believes in the black cloud theory of cameras, we followed around Cameron Crowe the whole week last week. He won. So maybe it's Andrew. Maybe Andrew has the power to counteract the black cloud.
Me and Flanagan sure don't.
Yeah, they've already been calling me out at this event.
You know, it's funny. I always kind of wonder about that stigma, the black cloud stigma. But a part of me says, well, does a bowler respond differently when they see the camera come up? So is there a modicum of truth to this idea of the black cloud?
I don't know, but I love the way this kid bowls on 12. I think we're in the wrong business. We need to be going over here recruiting these kids and seeing if they need any backers once they get into their adult careers.
No joke. No joke. I'm sure that I wonder how many of them actually are going to have ball contracts before they're 15.
Well, you know, it's interesting. I was just talking about that with somebody with the new NCAA rules with college athletes being able to accept endorsements.
Yep.
Does that change things on the women's NCAA bowling side of things?
I would imagine it applies to everybody. I don't know. We'll have to. That's uncharted territory at this point, I would imagine.
Because remember, that was the thing.
You can now make money and off your likeness. It's been a fight, a decade or so in the making there.
Hey guys, just want to hop in here for a quick second over at Expo Bowl. Want to give a shout out to Ryan Crawford, who started his third game with the front nine. Unfortunately, first shot of the 10th, he ended up leaving a 210 split. Finished with 264, but that big game got him to plus 50 for the block. So
Nice.
Ryan Crawford trending in the right direction, giving us some excitement here. He had a very slow trip 4 in the ninth, which was pretty cool. The place erupted when it finally decided to fall. I was thinking about it for a quick second, but well-deserved round of applause from Ryan, or for Ryan. Big game, and as I mentioned, he's in a pretty nice spot right now, plus 50, based off of kind of the scores we saw from the 7 a.m. squad. That's a pretty nice number here so far.
That's awesome. It's so cool to do that kind of thing in this event, with all these people watching. I remember Aaron Smith. I've told this story, I think, before on Bowl TV, but I got the opportunity to bowl in the U.S. Open back in the day when I was 19, and they were very, very difficult conditions. And my last day of qualifying, game number 2, I started with the front 9, and the whole place was watching, and it was very cool, but also very scary. I did not get 300, by the way.
Mike Flanagan, who I know is hanging out over at Strikeforce, thinks he has all the celebrities in the bowling world hanging out at his place. But I'm here to tell you, Mike, I've seen a few over at Expo Bowl today. Ran into Brianna Clemmer, standout player on the PWBA Tour, right in the mix for Rookie of the Year. As well as Wes Malott, the big nasty. Just hanging out watching his son Jordan compete right now. So some celebrities here. So it's pretty cool. I'm just walking around and boom. PBA bowler, boom. PWBA bowler. Very cool stuff. Brianna's watching her brother compete. That's good stuff over here at Expo as well.
All right, I've got standings over here from Strike Force after 3 games. Anna Maxwell leads the way with a 675 start. Olivia Dujatas, 639. Victoria Verano, 619. Zoe Payon, 617. Katrina McCarthy, 616. And the other player that we have that is plus is Kaylee Buckaloo at 603. A little bit further down, Jaylee Hammond, bowled 591, along with Alyssa Ballard and Emily Cheeseman. All 3 bowled 591. Over here we have 149 under 18 girls bowling. And that's an update on your leaders over here. After game number 3, game number 4, we're about halfway through over here. Just a little update for you here from Strike Force. U18 girls through 3 games.
All right, folks, with our U12s wrapping up here, we're going to head back over to Western Bowl. So we still got some competition going on, a full 4th game upcoming. So everybody hang tight. We'll be right back to the action here on our main channel. As a reminder, folks, we have a total of 16 channels to choose from, along with a main commentary channel to watch the 2021 Junior Gold Championships. 4 channels and 16 lanes covered at Expo Bowl, Western Bowl, All-Star Lanes, and Strike Force. So with that, we give you Western.
I vote for Shane. Didn't I just hear Western?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I would have to vote for the Searchers.
Okay, all right.
Magnificent Seven's pretty good too.
Does City Slickers count?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right.
Billy Crystal at his finest.
Unforgiven's pretty good too.
I'll go with True Grit, the remake.
Oh, that's a good one. I love that one. Matt Damon's hilarious in that.
I enjoyed that. It's one of the few remakes where I thought it might have been better than the original.
And yeah, I agree. Jeff Bridges was incredible. Didn't he win an Academy Award for that?
I think he did. The young lady they got to play,
Haley Steinfeld.
She's
She's fantastic. Yeah.
Those of you in the chat, let us know what your favorite Western movie is in honor of covering Western Bowl here today here in Indianapolis. We'd love to see your favorite Western movie in the chat.
Got to get some maybe Clint Eastwood comments there, I'm sure.
Maverick, does that count?
Of course, yeah.
Absolutely. Come on. Maverick's a solid choice.
Dennis Hacker dropping a bunch of his options in there. Cowboys. Sons
Does
of
Back
Katie
to the
Elder.
Future Part 3 count?
No. We don't speak of that movie.
Ever. Not. It doesn't count as any genre.
It doesn't count as a movie.
Right.
It counts as a money grab. That's what it counts as.
Great Scott.
And I really have to put Back to the Future Part 2 in there as well.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
It really is.
But Back to the Future is fantastic.
It is fantastic. Tombstone. You know what, Scott DeVoe? I 100% agree. That is probably one of my favorite.
Oh, it's so
Actually,
good.
it's one of my favorite movies of all time, period.
That's my man, Scott DeVoe from St. Louis, man.
What a
Scott,
good choice.
You
It's
are
good taste.
Val Kilmer in that movie.
Yeah.
Although, you know, it's funny. I always love the Billy Bob Thornton character in that movie.
Well, yeah. I mean, Johnny Ringo's a great character.
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Even though he's
Michael
the
Biehn?
heel. Yeah, he's so good. The way he dies is so fantastic.
Oh, yeah. The final showdown between him and Doc.
Yeah.
It's so good.
That's one of the best scenes ever in any movie.
I've come up with my favorite Western of all time, guys. Got it. I had to do a little research on this. Old Yeller.
Oh, yeah.
I guess that counts as a Western.
Yeah. It's a very sad ending.
Awful. as a matter of fact.
Yeah. I mean, it's a trope at this point.
If I ever want a night of torture, I watch that, and then I watch Marley and Me.
Oh, yeah. I watched that with my daughter, and she wouldn't stop crying.
Marley and Me, not a Western.
No.
I wouldn't mind remaking it as a Western, though, if you guys want to go in on that production.
Sure.
And over there on channel Expo 1, you got a chance at 290 going.
Yeah, let me see what I can do about sharing that. Let's get over there.
Oh yeah, it was green. And I actually got some video of it as well. Okay. How many?
All right, here we go. We are on Expo 1 now. And looks like Dylan Brooks, or Daniel Brooks, I'm sorry. Daniel Brooks has a chance for 290. Oh, good shot there. Good shot. 289 for Daniel Brooks. Great game. Nicely done. Okay, back over to Western. And our discussion of Westerns. All right, we've got a special guest for us here on Bowl TV, guys. Let's go full screen on our guest. Mateo, how are you today, sir?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing great, but not as good as you. I heard you bowled 157 over for 4 games today.
Yeah, that is true. I went 157 over or 152 or 157 over with my fast pitch, and I was playing pretty straight up, somewhere around that.
Wow. Well, now, I assume you're going to be leading, but is that cool? Does that make you happy? What do you feel about that?
It gives me a little bit of boost of confidence and motivation, but I just got to keep my head in there and just bowl good for the next 3 squads.
Okay. How old are you, Mateo?
I'm 12 years old.
Okay, and it's Mateo, right? That's proper pronunciation.
Yeah.
I'm saying it right. Okay, that's good. Now, how many times have you bowled junior gold?
This is my 3rd junior gold. I've bowled 2 in the previous.
Okay. What's your best finish?
My best finish, I think, was in 2019. Like I was 54 or 60. I don't know.
Okay.
Something like that.
Okay. So it's been a while since you got to bowl it, right? It's been 2 years.
Yeah.
So what have you done with your game to try to, how have you improved?
So I've been going to a lot more tournaments, especially on Sports Shot, practicing about 4 times a day, and working on my mental game also.
Mental game. What do you work on with your mental game?
I usually just like place myself in scenarios like not doing well. So
just try not to get mad.
Yeah, that's right.
That's good. That's good. I wish I would have done that when I was your age. It's good advice for sure.
Yeah.
So what are you going to do the rest of the day now that you're done bowling for today?
I'm probably just going to rest and go hang out with my friends and do some stuff because tomorrow I have the morning squad, 7 a.m. squad. So yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you got to get some sleep. That's a lot. That's early. That's even earlier than school starts.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you said you're going to hang out with your friends. Now, did you come with a group of friends, or did you make some friends while you've been here?
I already had a group of friends that were bowling in the squad, and we're gonna head to, I believe, Top Golf.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Can I go with you guys? That sounds fun.
I mean, if you want to.
I would, but we have other more bowling to cover today. So how long have you been bowling, Mateo?
I have been bowling for approximately 7 years.
Okay.
It's about to be my 7th year.
Okay. Mike, you got a question here?
No, I was just going to say he started when he was 5 years old.
Oh, wow. Oh, is that because you know him or because you can do math?
Because I can do math. By the way, Mateo, my name is Mike Flanagan. It's a pleasure to meet you today.
It's a pleasure to meet you too.
And I'm Jason Thomas. I don't think I introduced myself either. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I think Curtis just threw you in the booth and said, "Put these headsets on. These guys want to talk to you."
Well, he
Yeah.
shot 157 over. I mean, that's noteworthy. I mean, you might have beaten Jillian Martin today, who bowled 300. I don't know if you heard, but she bowled 300 today.
I
But,
did not know about that, but that's pretty cool.
yeah. But man, 157 over. What is your average at home?
So my average at home is like on sports shots around 195 to like around 200.
Okay. And do you bowl in any non-sport shot leagues?
No, I do not. My parents
Okay.
just focus on me on sports shot.
Okay. I know that's Jillian Martin's thing too. In fact, I think this might have been her first certified 300 game, which I was surprised to know because, she's almost won PWBA titles. So,
Hey, Mateo, is this your first interview?
It's about, I think it's my third or fourth interview that I've ever did, but yeah.
well, I think the people watching at home are assuming it's the first one we've ever done, Mike.
I think so. most definitely. Hey, Mateo, I got a question for you. Who taught you how to bowl, or who inspired you to bowl the way that you do?
So back then I used to do karate, and then I broke my left arm. So I started watching bowling videos, and then I came across Jason Belmonte. And then my parents would start taking me to my home alley. And there was this person scouting, and he said, "Oh, you should join the league." So my parents put me in the league, and from there on, I just started bowling league, and yeah, that's how it all started.
That's awesome. Is your bowling? I assume bowling is your favorite sport.
It is.
Yeah, that's awesome. We know Jason Belmonte, so if you ever want like an autograph or something, we can probably hook that up for you.
That would be great.
Yeah, he's a great guy, and he loves two-handed bowling and bowlers. Well, it's really awesome to have you on. I wish you the best of luck this week. It looks like you're going to be around for a while this week with that start you got off to today. Hope you have a lot of fun at Top Golf and hanging out with your friends. And good luck tomorrow. Where are you bowling tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll be bowling All-Star Bowl again.
Okay. Well, very good. Well, hopefully we'll get to watch you a little bit more tomorrow. And good luck tomorrow and the rest of the week.
Thank you. It was a pleasure for you guys having me on here.
You have anybody you want to say hi to before we let you go?
I want to say hi to Jason Belmonte because he is my favorite bowler, and like
awesome.
It would be nice to see him.
Yeah. I know him and his family, they just had a baby, so he couldn't be here this year. But he's been at Junior Gold in the past, and he's really, really great.
Yeah, I think this last time he's been at Junior Gold, was that 2017 or 2016?
I recall him being here more recently than that. I know when he goes to the trade show, it's hard for him to walk from one side to the other for sure. But he spends as much time as he can with each one, and I know he gives great advice to to anybody who asks him. So I'm sure he will be happy to know you're a fan, and we'll let him know for the next time we see him that we got another young star that's coming for his titles out there on the PBA Tour.
Yep.
All right, buddy. Well, you have a great rest of your day, and we'll look forward to watching you compete tomorrow. Okay?
All right. Thank you for having me on here, and have a good day.
You're welcome. Man, 157 over. That's cool stuff, and just seems like such a nice young man.
Yeah, definitely. I wish I bowled that good when I was his age.
I wish I bowled that good now.
True.
Well, Mike, that's what we've got here at Junior Gold. We've got over 3,000 of the best young bowlers in the country, and a few outside the country as well. And we're wrapping up the second round of or the first round of the second squad of action here on day number 1 of Youth Week at Junior Gold, and got a few more frames to go here at Western Bowl, and then we'll wrap up our coverage for this squad, and we'll be back again this afternoon for 4 more, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. Got Justin Green up on lane 39 coming up next. He's got 4-bagger work and possible 256 this game. 2-hander throwing urethane. Certainly seems like the right play. Right up 10-11 and trips a 4. So Justin with the chance for a big finish here. Joseph Zellinger on 19 leaves the 7-pin. And Anthony Berry, another 2-hander. A little high for a 6-10.
It's so frustrating. I can't feel my big butt. Every other ball, it just takes off. Every other ball, I can't. But I get the same amount of reps as I do one-handing if I do two-handed. The way I work is your thumb is broken. It's just
All right, coming to the end of game number 4 here. Second squad of the day. We did get a chance to talk to Mateo Quintero. He bowled 157 over in the U12 division on the boys' side. So more than likely will be our leader in the U12 boys division. And Justin Green has a chance for a big finish here. Can go off the sheet in the 10th for 256. Jacob Stearns, last member of this group that we haven't mentioned yet. Be in the 150s with the spare conversion on the 9-pin. Justin looks like he had 584 for his first 3 games going into this game, so he can get to 840 with 2 more strikes, which would be a great start. Another good shot there. Pops the 10 out. An 8-bagger.
First few friends practice. Now I can go race when I'm at home. It was so bad. This pattern, I threw like 4 shots and I couldn't hold it. So it's just, I don't have any practice. I missed.
Ooh, good place for that solid 8. So 255 for Justin Green. He finishes at 839 for his 4 games.
Nice game, man.
Anthony Berry makes the spare in the 10th. Gives himself a bonus shot.
Well, the only thing that killed me was that.
So got a question in the chat from Kimberly Johnson. She says that her grandson's bowling at 4, was wondering if you just focus on a few particular lanes or show everyone that is bowling. And the answer is we show 64 lanes of coverage out of the event. So We do not have the full field that is bowling the entire time. We do have between 100 and 150 bowlers per game, and the bowlers move each game. So more than likely, if a bowler is in one of the 4 centers in which we're streaming, they will be shown at some point during the course of that day, and of course during the course of the week. All the bowlers will cycle to different centers. So they will be in one of the centers that we're live streaming, and you'll be able to watch them here on Bowl TV. So we've wrapped up here over at Western Bowl. So that's going to do it for our coverage here on this main channel. Again, we've got another round coming up at 4 p.m. Eastern time here on Bowl TV. And then one more, which will conclude today's qualifying rounds. First 4 games here at Junior Gold, the U12, U15, and U18 divisions. That'll get underway at 8:30 p.m. Eastern later tonight. So we're going to call it around here and go off the air, but we'll be back on again at 4 p.m. Eastern in about 2 hours or so. So I hope you enjoyed the coverage here at Junior Gold. If you're here in the area, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Like Mateo, he's going to head over to Top Golf, so hopefully get to do something fun. And if you haven't bowled yet, good luck. Good luck with your squad coming up later today. If you're watching from home, we hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And please do try to join us back here again on Bowl TV at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. For Mike Flanagan, for Aaron Smith, and for Curtis Von Kruger, I'm Jason Thomas, and we'll see you back here at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for continuing coverage of the 2021 Junior Gold Championships here on Bowl TV. Bowling lives here.